Hi guys, how are you doing? This is the second time trying to take this. The first time it was all in portrait, and then I thought, you know what it is, I just don't like it, so we'll do it this way. Basically, I just want to say sorry that it has took me a lot of months to get the next video out. Things have been absolutely crazy. I have been wanting and wanting and wanting to do video for my own personal gain in terms of putting it out here on YouTube, but other things, business wise, dramas, all of that have been playing a really big part in stopping me from doing this. So I'm about to go and have a COVID vaccine, and I'm about to leave, and I thought before I go I'll just make this quick video. So this is the current state of play. So let me just get, I've got fine hair anyway, so if I just brush it all forward for you, excuse the absolute state of brushing it forward, it needs cut, but there's the top, there's the top, there's the sides, and the back, and the other side, and the front. So it has, it's changed my life, and I've said this time and time again, it has literally changed my life. It needs cut, it massively needs cut. However, I just wanted to obviously give you guys an update, because a lot of people have obviously been watching the videos and then seen nothing and thought it hasn't worked or something's happened. It has worked for me as far as I'm concerned. Obviously you can see, you know, I'm still like, when I say thin hair, I mean really thin hair. That's just what I'm born with. So you can, if I part it, you can see scalp, which, to be honest with you, is normal. It's totally normal. So for me, it's kind of like there's enough hair there anyway now for me after this procedure to just go with what I've got. I am over the moon with it. Can't stop touching it, and I know I should. But yeah, it's just recently been washed a couple of hours ago. So yeah, the whole situation with having this done changed my life. I've said it in previous videos, I'm going to say it again, it literally is an absolute game changer. If anyone is thinking about doing it, please obviously go and get your own personal research, do your own, you know, risk assessment. Don't just listen to me, because this is my story, my journey, and it worked for me. I don't want to be the one that's going to tell someone to do it and obviously they go and do it and it doesn't work for them. The one thing I will say, so here we go, absolutely crapping my pants going to the airport to get on that plane to Turkey on my own to go and get this done in a foreign country, thinking, do they even speak English? Will I be able to communicate? How does the whole thing work? Will they know what I'm saying? If I say I'll stop, I need to go to the toilet, what's going to happen? They speak English. So that just completely went out the window. It was like walking into the nicest hospital I have ever been. In fact, it was like a hotel, to be honest with you. They looked after me from start to finish, absolutely. From the second I wanted to book with them, even before that, talking to them, consultations, sending photos, all of that stuff, getting all of that to them. They looked after me from start to finish. They've left me to it obviously now. They've asked for an update picture a couple of weeks ago, and I've sent it just to see the progress. And this is where I'm at. So to give you a little bit of a like understanding of things that I'm looking at from what I've done to now. So when I went in, they drew on obviously a hairline, and with that I could then decide, oh no, bring it up a bit, take it down a bit, yeah, I'm happy with this, I'm not happy with that, the arches, the curves, whatever. You can, in a nutshell, dictate how you want your hairline to be. Now for me, I wanted my hairline to look as natural as possible without it looking fake. Obviously the hair's real, but when you have this straight hairline, it doesn't look normal. From a point of view of looking at it, you're like, wait, is that drawn on? What's going on there? So for me, obviously the hairline, if I just pull this back, it's relatively straight in terms of lineage, so it goes round the head naturally, and it worked for me. So I've always worn my hair to the side. I've pretty much always had long-ish hair. medium to long, nothing crazy long, obviously, because there wasn't really much hair there towards the end before I got this done. But I I'm so pleased with the results. It's month 10 now, so there's 2 months left of the whole 12-month period that they say it can take. The other reason why, as much as I said I put this off, I put it off because there was no, for me personally, on my journey with this, there was no real telltale signs. So there was no shedding phase, there was no waking up with clumps of hair on the bed, there was no gappy areas, there was no starting again where it all fell out and there was balding, but there was none of it. It literally grew, and when it grew it stayed. That was it. So for me, I've pretty much had this since it grew back in from the actual procedure. The one thing I will say though, every time I catch a glimpse, so you're propped up against a mirror and I keep looking at it, although I can see myself in the camera and I don't know why, it does take me back slightly, because I'm not used to seeing this much hair on the top of my head. However, that being said, everyone's looking at me and they're kind of like, something's different. Obviously lockdowns helped. Well, something's different. I've put on a hell of a lot of weight, but they're like, well, have you done something different? What's different about you? And until I turn around and go, oh, I've had a hair transplant, they're like, really? Oh, I would never know. I didn't realise your hair was that bad. And this brought me on to the realisation that what you see in the mirror for yourself is 100 times worse than what somebody passing you in the street, a friend, a family member, a loved one, because they see you and that's who you are. Whereas when you look at yourself, you're looking at all of the flaws, all of the problems, all of the things you don't like about yourself. Now for me, if this didn't grow back, if this hadn't have worked or hadn't have been how I like it, or let's say it was all, patchy and balding, and I'd still be fine. And the reason for that is the second my head got shaved, it was as if a weight just got lifted even before the procedure started. And it was a case of going, look, this is it. This is the last chance. If nothing happens from now, it's not meant to happen. There's nothing else I can do. So just deal with it. So for me, the whole going through it was more like a therapy than the actual result. But obviously I know I've been touching it for a lot longer than I should. But I'll just give you another quick look around. And obviously they took from the donor areas at the side. You can see that if I just pick that up, it's all fine. And obviously the back as well, same again, all grows back in. You can't really see, well, you can't see anything. You can't see any patches or any work that's been done. And then the top. And yeah, that's it. So sorry it's been late. This is going on for nearly 10 minutes now and really didn't need it. What I will say, if you've got any questions, any queries, any concerns, you want me to ask something to the clinic that I used, you want to ask me a question, it could be about travel, it could be about pain threshold, it could be about location, it could be about the supplements that I'm taking, anything you want, please just ask me a question and I will do my absolute best to answer it. Sorry for all of you that have kind of subscribed for this journey and have missed quite a few months. I will honestly, hand on my heart say, for me and the way it's worked with me, you haven't missed anything. There's literally been no updates to give you. The one thing I will say, the first haircut, the guy didn't even realise it had been done. I told him, he's like, oh my God, it's the best one I've ever seen. Don't know if he's just telling me that to make me feel good, but he didn't even know from the start. I think the only thing that gave him a bit of an idea was when I asked the clinic about getting my first haircut. This was, 4-5 months in, they were like, okay, that's fine, but just use scissors on top, don't use clippers. So that made them ask me a question of, oh, why not clippers? And then that's when I told them, and yeah, they were like, literally would not know. So yeah, guys, sorry once again. Thank you for obviously following. And like I say, any questions at all, drop them in the comments. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge. If I do not know, I will go and find the answer for you from the clinic that I used. I do want to set up a Zoom call with the clinic, so if you have got any questions, anything you want to ask them, I can then make a little list, and when I do have the call with them, I can ask them and we can get all of your answers, all of your questions answered, but we'll get all of your answers. bit weird. So yeah, thank you again, and sorry that all of the stress of filming and all of that work is kind of cut into you not having an update regularly enough. But like I say, it's completely changed my life, and I believe it will change yours. Please do your own research. Please don't use me as an advocate to go and get it done. Please obviously have the funds, be able to do it. Make sure you've researched yourself. Make sure you've found out all the information that you need to find out, and don't just jump into something because you see somebody else has had it done. Make sure it's for you before you go and get it done. Cheers guys, speak to you soon. Bye.